Hi guys, in this video I want to talk with you about some ideas for drawing when you don't have any inspiration. I think inspiration is a very complex thing. It's unpredictable and difficult to guess when it will come to you next time. But in life it happens that you need to draw something right now. Then you cannot rely only on inspiration and wait for it. This is especially the case for professional artists, but this video is not for professionals but for beginners like us. I want to share with you several ways that I use in my life to draw without waiting for an inspiration, or you can say there are ways to push up my inspiration and make it come to me earlier. So the first and probably the most popular way is to search for inspiration on Pinterest, where you can find tons of works of talented artists, photographers, creators, and all that. I really like the video of the Russian artist where she describes the inspiration as a container inside us. I will leave the link to her channel down below. So she said that when we look a lot at other works, films, cartoons, photos and everything around us, then our container fills up and our brain can at the right time generate a new idea based on everything that we have seen before and come up with something new. Because most of the time we don't come up with something new. Ideas come to us from the things that we have already seen before. Therefore, when you want to draw something new and nothing comes to your mind, that means that your container inside you is empty now and you have to fill it in to create something new. I personally enjoy being inspired by the works of the professional photographers. I'm often inspired by the colors or poses of the models. Being inspired by a work doesn't mean to copying it. Very often I see how some artists redraw my drawing by changing small details and saying that they were inspired by my work. I think it's not right. Sometimes when it's very difficult to come up with something new, you can take 20 photos from the Pinterest that inspire you and take something from each that you find attractive. I believe it's called a mood board. And again, I do not mean to copy, but I mean to take as a basis, for example, some pose that you like and add something from your own. You can also be inspired by a color palette, some details or a general mood. Very often I am asked if I use references when drawing something, and the answer is yes, of course. I think it's very important to use references, especially when you are not sure exactly how this or that detail looks like, or some poses that we rarely see in life. Only after many years of practice, professionals may not use references, since they already know what and how it looks. Another idea is to participate in some challenges. Now there are a lot of them and I think it's great. For example, I like Draw This in Your Style challenge. I have a lot of fun redrawing the characters of other artists in my style. It is especially interesting to analyze the drawing of another artist, to study his technique. In this way you will enrich your knowledge. Another popular challenge is Draw This Again. Usually artists redraw their works in a year or two. You can choose as you like. Very useful practice for someone who feels that he has no progress lately. By redrawing your old work, you will realize that it's not readable, and this will motivate you to continue. Sometimes it's helpful to completely redraw some photos, or it is also called to make some study drawings. But in this case, you cannot represent it as your own idea, but you have to give credit to the author of original photo you drew. Or if you don't know the author, just share the original work too. It's very useful exercise as it helps to develop your skill. The main thing is to draw more often, that you can improve your skill faster. Try not to take too long breaks, and also remember that it's not necessary to share everything that you draw on the internet, because when you are just learning, not all your works will immediately turn out to be perfect, so this is completely normal. Share the works that you personally like the most and that you consider personal success. Very often I hear young artists hate their works, which I don't understand, to be honest. When I first started drawing, I really liked all my drawings, although they were not so good. But for me, then they were really cool, and I was already glad that I spent several hours and I was able to create something from an empty piece of paper. Don't be too hard on yourself. Praise yourself for trying and encourage yourself. There are already many people who are willing to call your work ugly. This is just a drawing. Take it easy and take care of yourself. I hope this video was helpful for you. Bye, until the next video.